GUNE International. It's yet another great day for our matches, and we're going into the draft immediately. I'm joined today by Nunesk, or better known now as SteveXD, or as we know him in Argentina as XD. How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you, Dr. Jonas. It's a pleasure to be here, as always, and I'm greatly looking forward to seeing what GUNE can bring to arguably one of the tournament favourites in 5FF3OB Billionaires, or as I'd like to refer to them as the Billionaires, because that is a dreadful name and an utter mouthful for any caster to ever say.
Many have said so. They really don't like the name. I actually favor it because I know the backstory around it, and I've learned to love it, especially because I've been following their campaign since last year, and I think they have a lot to show. We are seeing the first bans in this match, the first game.
I'm not a fan of these opening. I mean, I'm a fan of the profit ban. I do not understand the Ursa ban. To be fair, there has been a patch this week. 7.34C dropped. I've not looked at what the patch changes were.
I haven't reviewed it yet either.
Mystery. But I can still imagine from looking at it that Witch Doctor wasn't nerfed that heavily, so I think Witch Doctor should be banned out here. It's a GUNE favourite. I think every GUNE on the Discord can play Witch Doctor to a acceptable standard, and the hero is still a nightmare.
Absolutely.
So I'd be looking to ban that out, particularly as oh, they have more bans than ever before, right? Because they changed the structure since the last time.
Well, there's your Witch Doctor ban, as you were mentioning. Warlock, yet another favorite lately. Beautiful. I'm not surprised at all.
10 seconds remaining.
So if I was playing for GUNE, I'd look to ban out the LDC snap and then pick the Undying hero. The Undying hero is still very strong. Anything that can make Storming's game sad is a real benefit. Oh, it's like they're stream sniping already. Is the Undying going to drop?
We are a little quiet. Okay, let me just bring the audio up a bit. This should fix it.
The fact that you only get one pick in before you get another set of bans, I mean, it's just nutty. This new set of drafting, it's very different.
Dire team pick. Radiant team
the hoodwink,
there's
the squirrel,
hero, and immediately after Marcy for the Billionaires.
I really like Marcy as a hero. Any hero that's versatile where you can play it and as an opener, as well as a hero that offers you that like positioning tool to able to toss a lad out of position is just broken.
5 seconds remaining.
So yeah, big fan of the Marcy pick.
She's been pretty strong.
I don't know where 5'4"
There's a lot of synergies that you can create with Marcy. It's undoubtedly a strong hero, especially for support.
And with heroes like Necro banned, which are traditionally very good against Marcy, then yeah, you're in
10 seconds remaining.
You're in trouble on the on GUNE, but we'll see what they come up with.
5 seconds remaining.
Sniper, a classic GUNE hero to ban.
Then the Spectre and the Phantom Assassin.
Well, a classic Spectre pick would be, that's Storming's bread and butter, right? So they're just looking to push him out of the game.
Radiant team pick.
I'm kind of surprised by the Spectre ban though, because Storming is known to be a Drow player, so I probably would have kept that in the pool.
Well, the Primal Beast
or the versus, I would have kept the Spectre in the pool and kept Sniper in the pool. I don't know. Beastie Boy is very good though against squishy heroes, which like the Hoodwink. You can knock through the trees, get on top of them.
Radiant team pick.
Crystal Maiden.
Crystal Maiden makes it to the GUNE hero selection.
Yep, I mean, CM is never a bad hero, right? It's always nice to play with a CM on your team. The trouble is with CM is it's quite a delicate hero. He requires good positioning. And
5 seconds.
can GUNE
remaining.
bring that positioning to bear against, both Marcy and Primal Beast are pretty happy to launch themselves at your backlines and cause problems. So I fear for the CM. I fear her death count may be high, but we'll see. Maybe GUNE can bring out some excellent positioning and prove me wrong.
We'll see if that's true.
Dire team
The
pick.
third pick comes in for GUNE with a Centaur War Runner. The Centaur has been a pick lately.
Dire team pick.
And this is quite a fast draft with a Vengeful Spirit coming for the Billionaires now as the third pick.
Oh,
And then the
they've
fourth
got a real-
immediately after. Drow
So
Ranger.
the Drow Ranger, Spectre's banned. This is why I would not have banned Spectre. Is that's a classic counter to the Drow. Is your just ability to get on top of her, and we know that Drow is a storming special. Venge Drow is a
10
really
seconds
nasty combo
remaining.
together because Venge amps your damage based on your stats, as well as
5
Drow,
seconds remaining.
has her own damage amp from her ult. Like it's pretty disgusting. And you've got strong front line between the Primal Beast and the Marcy. The good news, though, is Centaur is a relatively decent laner against the Drow. Return is pretty unpleasant.
Well, this is what's unpleasant. An anti-mage.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if AM is a good pick here. So the Drow, AM has the blink, right, to go on top of
10
Drow,
seconds remaining.
but equally Drow has a silence. So before
5
the Manta
seconds
comes out on
remaining.
AM, then AM has to be concerned about being
Dire
picked
team back. Dire
off
team
around the
back.
map. I mean, AM traditionally doesn't want to buy any armor items, so Drow's marksmanship will cut through that and deal more damage. I don't know. It's like if the AM gets farmed,
10
then it's
seconds remaining.
totally fine, playable. But that's a big if,
5
especially
seconds
because
remaining.
I mean Beastie Boy is pretty happy into the AM lane as well, and we'll just beat the crap out of you.
Yeah. Well, PB just does that to so many heroes when they are caught off guard and they don't have the proper protection. We're seeing an Outward Destroyer and Skywrath Mage out of the game in the last series of bans. Now only one ban remains for each of the teams.
Why would you ban OD when you have an AM? Yeah, I cannot understand that. Because the OD is effectively just a
Radiant
bomb
team ban.
for those heroes. So I think GUNE here probably need a spirit hero, something that's sort of hard for them to catch, and able to do shit with as a four, like the four of them together,
10
while AM is
seconds
happily
remaining.
farming his Battle Fury Manta Basher before he turns up to any fights, right?
5 seconds remaining.
So I quite like a Void Spirit or something here would be good. Maybe a Quap might do the trick. Just something to go and fight with the lads to help create space, put pressure on this Drow, right?
Radiant team pick.
Well,
Nope, they
there it
banned
is.
the Quap themselves. Again, you wouldn't want to pick Quap into an AM particularly because you'll be a bomb.
A bad ban followed by a pretty good ban.
So we'll see. I don't know. Do you know who the GUNE coach is?
10
Because the
seconds
difference, with, of
remaining.
course, with the GUNE TI this year, unlike last year, is coaches are allowed in the draft.
5
As
seconds.
And I
far
would've-
as I know, Iron Vortex is officiating as their either manager or coach. I don't see him
team
together with them right now.
Silencer.
Yeah, I'm worried for this silencer pick. You look at the Beastie Boy, you look at Marcy, and you go, they're just going to get on top of the silencer and make him real sad. Like Primal Beast probably goes phase
10
BKB and just
seconds
owns his
remaining.
face. Maybe he gets a Vanguard of Filane, but
5 seconds remaining.
yeah, I'm not a fan of this pick.
What I do know is FC Cider is assisting the Billionaires with their draft. I don't know if this is a positive or a negative. Many would say that's actually dreadful. And the Legion Commander is the last hero that they're picking. And
So do we think this is a mid Beastie Boy or a?
I would
Because the
say
Legion
mid.
Commander,
It is not a
Well,
mid.
it is a mid Legion.
Yeah, it's
JonahD is playing it because the Legion can also trash the AM lane super hard as well. Like, because you'll happily trade into him. You don't particularly care about your mana pool. You can just press Q quickly and then trade with your E as well proccing. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is looking rough for GUNE on the draft, but you can never underestimate the ability of any GUNE team at the GUNE TI to throw a game despite a good draft.
yeah.
Particularly, I'd like to see the Billionaires lose because I've just seen LDC's Marcy set and it's hideous. Not a fan.
I will agree with that. I'm also not a fan of that. Now we have a complete draft, the heroes are selected, and the strategy time is over. We're going into the match between a GUNE and the 5FF3OB Billionaires. My name is Dr. Jonas. I'm joined by SteveXD in this first game of the series. We have 5 series today playing all over the GUNE community. And it's been a disgrace because we don't have enough union casters covering these matches. We're going to review the rosters for each of these teams right now. We have NochUK playing on the Vengeful Spirit Storming Eagle as a carry with the Route Rager, Luke the third or the second or the first. With Marcy, TheBleakGiant is handling that Primal Beast and the Legion Commander remaining, I don't know why, close to the fountain with JonahD. On GUNE's side, we have Falcus handling that Crystal Maiden position 5, Inglorious on the Silencer, Crazyads on the Hoodwink, the Center War Runner with Mephisto, Mori, and of course carry, Koala Killer with that Andy Mage. The teams are getting
we've got a
ready.
smoke, Jonas. We've got a smoke.
Yep.
Exciting times.
Practically
We're going to have some
lining.
5-on-5 action.
Smoked up. Will they find them in the wraparound movement that they're doing towards Radiant Jungle? We don't know, but we'll find
the AM
out.
might. He's got high ground. Has he skill blink? He's not skill blink. He's got mana break. This is his death.
A disastrous choice by Koala Killer gives them the first blood.
Boys, this is why you should hold your skill till you need it. If AM has blink there, he breaks the smoke, blinks out. Yes, his first laning phase level 1 is a bit dog shit, but it means that you don't give away first blood, and that's huge, right? How much gold did we give there to TheBleakGiant, the offlaner?
That was like
325 gold.
560, yeah.
I mean, that's quick boots, right, for the Primal Beast. If there's one hero you don't want fast boots, it's the Beastie Boy.
It's tremendous. It's quite a lot of gold. And the boots are already queued up. The moment that this Primal Beast is gone to their lane, we're going to see him doing his classic moves. He's just going to go ahead, try to catch people flat-footed. And fortunately, Mephisto Mori just reconnected. So we're going to have a game going on.
Do we think any more deaths are going to happen here?
I see Crazyads dying right now.
I mean, they're still pretty healthy on the Billionaires side, right? But they're... Oh, they've got the slow on the... and the stun on the Silencer.
They seem to be
have the toss back?
Inglorious is going to die for sure.
No, I think he's fine. Diving tier 2 is so scary. I mean, look at that damage.
Well,
like, Bleak's just lost half herself.
Nog
oh my
is
God, that is
really risking this. I'm dying under tower fire.
Tip him. I'm in criminal behavior.
That was a noob movement by Nog.
Oh. What is this TP by JonahD, man? I mean, that was what, like a tiny amount to walk. He could have made it easily for the wave.
That's the kind of play that the Billionaires accustomed
Now he's been denied.
Storming Eagle taking his place in top lane. Already farming.
I mean, I think the action lane here is going to be the Beastie Boy Primal Beast. You know, that early boots pick up, hopefully with that money, will mean that Falcus should just die on repeat. Because you've got this rebound, which gives you extra move speed as well. Like, it's going to be kind of a disgusting combo.
We see the
Eagle starting with no... Is he bringing some out? Or did he spend it all for that going for that first blood? Yes, Mori. Give him some clicks.
There you go. Noch in a very close pursuit. He wants to kill Crazyads after that failed second blood, so to speak.
Well, you know, at least he comes back to lane with like full health, full regen, right? You know, the problem with Venge 5 is your mana pool is fairly limited. So they've improved it over time by making Magic Missile cheaper to use, but it's still could be better.
Nog is really out.
Storming is taking a lot of damage here, though.
Oh, the stun lands! Nog
Yeah.
doesn't want to continue the pursuit because he knows that he's gonna fall prey of that tower damage.
I think what Nock's doing wrong here is he's spending too much time focusing on trying to zone out this Hoodwink and not helping Storming by dealing with Mori.
Well, you were
Whoa,
saying...
some kills bot.
That was really quick for me to catch up. Luke is really low and Koala Killer as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
The
if Luke dares
Beastie
to do anything
Boy
weird.
going for killing the CM.
He certainly doesn't have the abilities to do it. The rebound is not going to be useful unless he has a target to rebound.
Yeah, he needs some more regen. He doesn't have any coming out on his courier, so that's a problem. I mean, it's 30 seconds till the free mango. But he's in trouble here.
Ooh. Eagle, please. What are you doing? Mephisto Mori taking every chance he can on exerting damage on Eagle's Drow Ranger. Noch really aggressive. Ooh, they caught him!
Huge. I'm a big fan of the Centaur build, by the way. The double ring of protection into like a pure physical damage lane is huge.
I think Jonah
Like,
just risked
so
a lot
obnoxious.
here. He has to retreat a bit.
Ooh, diving that tower was not good by Mori though. It's cost him. Yeah, the Legion into Silencer mid is pretty good for the Legion in theory because you can just purge the Silencer shit. Except of course he's not skill press the attack, so he can't.
It's vital to go with.
I feel like he's probably following the guide.
It's very likely.
You just press the attack is just so good against Silencer, right? Because you can purge both his damage dealing spells. Like, he casts the E on you, you purge it, it's like happy days, right? You don't get silenced.
As usual, I'm going to show some of the spells or the items, but I remind you that you have the Dota 2 Tournament Edition extension powered by Booka available in our stream. Thanks to a contract between the GTI Casters Alliance and Booka himself. Shout out to him and Sunsfans for creating such a great extension.
I mean, I love that. This is a dead CM.
We're gonna see if that's true. You were right. TheBleakGiant already going with what he knows best. Pummeling people down with sheer strength.
I feel like if Bleak brings out boots and like another set of tangos and a mango or something, then this can just be chain kills. Oh, here we go again. I mean, there's not much point in wasting your mana though on this AM. AM will jump away. Like, you can pressure him there, make him sad to be in lane. But if you want kills, you just go for the CM and make it impossible for CM to turn up in lane.
Bleak is out for blood, but Falcus stops him. I don't think he wants to chase him.
Falcus needs to be so careful here because LDC can just jump onto him and then toss him back and he's doomed. If that happens. Although I gotta say, the nerfs to early levels of rebound are kind of huge.
The ultimate blinks in a very wrong position, gets killed immediately in a combo by Luke and BleakGiant. Perfect moves.
That's a disaster. The AM should never die in this lane. He should just be able to blink out. Like, okay, he may struggle to farm, fine, but to die.
He did the exact opposite.
Yeah, that's rough, buddy.
We're 5 minutes into the game. The score is 4-3 in favor of the Billionaires. The farm quite in favor of them as well. That Legion commander is getting big.
Yeah, how are we doing on the last hits and denies? I'm in. Legion top of the board, 10 denies. That's pretty huge.
Careful with
like
Silencio. He's about to get level 6.
Yeah, but with the denies, I feel like Jonas should get it earlier. Oh, he's got to press the attack level now. Huge. So did you see what happened mid there, Jonas? I'm not sure what you're looking
Oh,
at, but that
I was looking at it. Yeah, I'm following that very
that
closely.
purge you see just destroys anything that Inglorious can do, right? Or sorry,
Yeah.
no, yeah, Inglorious can do.
Yeah, the purging
It's so
spell
good.
from Legion Commander is going to be extremely useful. That's why it's such a good lineup.
It's unfortunate that the first rune for him is an illusion. He would have liked a haste or a double damage or something, or an invis, something he can use to help set up his first dual damage of the game.
Remind me here, Silencer should be able to put to place a point in global silence at level 6, but he hasn't done so.
Well, I suppose he prefers having the damage from last word, like, because he doesn't really want to go help and do something for his team, right?
I wonder if they have discussed an early game strategy together with him, because the global silence is always a good opportunity to go gank. Especially with the other players not being able to craft a few items that could protect from global silence, although, yeah, we're in the early game. They can't have those. That's exactly why it's so good. But it seems they haven't considered that in their global strategy.
You'll have to do better than that.
Yeah. And also, global, will stop the pressy attack purge coming
Jonas
through.
seems to be considering his options, or taking a long time trying to buy something. There goes the illusions.
Falcus is dead here. Oh, the toss back, that was a disaster. He fucked it up on LDC, so
I think
they
he's
should still
got
get this
it.
kill.
Yeah, it's done.
And LDC lived as well, so that's nice.
Oh yeah, he escaped. With a shred of health. Not
The
that
fact that this
TN's.
AM has managed to get 32 last hits in this lane is arguably criminal.
Possibly so.
Like,
Another disconnect.
I don't know if Bleak
Oh,
has
no.
just been laning too passively, or like, I don't know. It's worth probably reviewing the replay for the Billionaires to have a look about what's gone wrong here. Because in my view,
Look, he's
this
pausing.
beastie boy should beat the shit out of an AM.
I wonder if Luke had that carry again. Eight minutes into this first match between 5FF3OB Billionaires and GUNE, and it is already the second pause.
How much do you think Potato PCs contributes to the level of goons being garbage at Dotes?
I wouldn't want to know. We've seen some garbage PCs out there. I know of one. We managed to correct that issue. Fortunately. Oh, I see that their coach is complaining about Luke's poor lane control. Tyler, you're a tough manager. I commend you.
Well, he only wants the best from his Billionaires,
Of course.
And understandable. I feel for Jonas here. He's playing his Legion. He wants to start getting some dual damage. The second rune pickup, it's a regen rune. Again, not ideal for killing.
It's been already 2.5 minutes after they paused. Oh, he went to the door, possibly to pick up
It's
some
a door.
food.
It's a classic. We've all been there. The IRL gank.
By his mother. Could have been his girlfriend. But no. It's mom.
It is this time.
Yeah, well.
So,
he told us we didn't want
8
to know.
minutes. At 8 minutes in, if this was a professional game, you'd be seeing the beginning of the breakdown of the laning stage. That is not the case in good old GUNE TI games. I expect these lanes to stay static for another couple minutes at least. Something we didn't call out is who got the experience in the end. They went split. Nothing happened over them. LDC got theirs, Crazy Hands got the other.
Whoa! We have a gank on Koala Killer. No, he ran away thanks to the blink. Obviously so. That's how he should be doing it.
Ooh, good D ward for LDC. I feel like LDC at this point though should go and play with his Legion. His Legion has duel. He wants some duel damage, an easy jump onto the
Denied.
silencer, and they just kill him. Like, it's as simple as that. But it looks like Jonah is had enough of waiting for Luke and is heading to Luke instead.
This will do nice.
Gank time for JonahD.
Gank time. But the lads are aware. They sensed it. And
The
Jonah's just
wraparound
walked through the lane.
movement for
Oh,
TheBleakGiant goes
he's going to be close enough though. Easy
pummeling
duel.
down Falcus. Bleak continues the pursuit. The LDC
centaur
joins the throwback, and the duel instantly kills Falcus, giving
Easy
JonahD
duel
his
damage.
first 10 points from a duel. That was really good. That was
Should we have a
excellent,
little
actually.
game? A little game with chat. How much duel damage do we think JonahD is going to have by the end of the game? What do you reckon, Jonas?
I think
Where's he
he's
gonna be?
gonna be close to a low 100 and something. Not much else.
I think he's going to snowball. I'm going to say he's going to hit, a solid 350.
That's high hopes for a GUNE game.
I'm predicting a few throws, naturally. So the game will be extended to, about 40 minutes, 45 minutes with 300 duel damage. Because particularly with the level 10 talent giving you plus 8 duel damage, you should be able to get a bit more snowballing going on.
Jonas
Oh,
seems
they're
to
getting
be
prepped for mid.
meditating his next move.
They want him. They want him mid.
Yeah, they want to grab that silencer as soon as possible. There he goes. BleakGiant comes in. No.
Oh, that's well played by Crazyads.
And LDC, the swap brings him to the middle of the action.
Big
Another
duel.
duel. But Nox pays the
A
price.
good attempt by Jonah to save his support.
That was
Alas,
an excellent kill.
did not work.
That was amazing.
Do you know what's sick? Do you know what's great about this play though? Is
Yeah.
it just leaves like Storming alone. The Centaur is up there, but the Centaur alone is not like a kill threat for Storming. You can just sit there, E out the wave, go farm some jungle creeps. He doesn't have to worry about a gank. If Hoodwink's up here as well, like for example, or the CM and Hoodwink, then Storming can easily be killed. But yeah, this part of the problem with here though is that they don't have an active mid. Silencer is not an active mid, no matter how most people play him. It's not like it's Shane playing him. It's Inglorious. So yeah, I think this draft is letting them down as they're just not active at all across the 3 lanes.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, here we go. This was the gank I was talking about.
StormingeaGle in
The
trouble.
that one extra hero is huge, but they're TPing in the Venge to save. Storming should be okay.
Gets hexed.
Oh, Willie land
Runs
the
away.
American
The
Sniper.
big bolt saved him.
Radiant's middle tower is
Get down, Mr. President, Nox says. Great stuff.
Whoa.
A press the attack save, a big Q.
There goes
Oh,
Luke
good global.
bringing that
I
crystal
don't think
mail
it's
to
gonna
the
be enough.
middle of the pummeling.
Incoming duel.
Yep,
Huge.
I think those are
Another
really
duel win.
nice kills. Look, it's really on it. He's lit this match. He's doing the right moves. There you go. StormingeaGle finishes that on
Clean up.
Mori, and a 4th one
LDC a
falls
triple
with
kill.
Crazyads.
Huge.
Hook-wink, dead. That's a 4-0 in favor
And a
of
4K lead.
Billionaires.
that.
Brutal
Like, that
4,000
is-
gold advantage now. Look at that Legion Commander is getting very,
He's
very
big. The
heavy.
Beastie Boy is big. I mean, LDC is big off that kill. I mean, it's
Radiant
you know,
structures are fortified.
1,000 extra gold towards his BKB.
And a Blink Dagger ready for
And
Jonah
once
to
he has
play.
BKB, there's nothing he can do.
This matches way, way more advantages for the
Radiant's
Billionaires
top
than I
tower
thought
is
it
under
would
attack.
be. I've seen GUNE doing good stuff, but all of a sudden they don't seem to have an answer. They take a kill on Luke
mean-
that is very profitable for
Radiant's
Inglorious.
top tower is under attack.
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge. Stolen in as well, Gotta
Dire's
ping
bottom
that
tower
plus
is under
2
attack.
in.
Let's see how much
If you
he's
see-
stacked so far. Well, that's just a
I
4.
really. Ooh, they've.
Whoa, the swap! Knock! Carries on!
swap is
Swa-
gonna. not. It's going to be futile. I think they're
Yeah.
both dead. to be
Well,
honest.
he painted himself against the wall.
Oh,
Literally.
Okay, Nox.
The
Nox
bushwhack
caught,
stops
yeah,
Noch.
looks good.
Dire's bottom
And Mr.
tower
Mori
So-
finishes that kill together with Inglorious. In the meantime,
That was
SteveXD seems to have taken that anti-mage again.
Dire's top
yeah.
tower is
I mean,
under attack.
where was AM?
Dire's
Why was
top
AM
is
in
offline.
their triangle?
I have no idea.
I mean, I was about to say, like, that defense there of the tier 1 off-lane tower by GUNE, I thought was fantastic, because as well as getting the 2 kills,
Dire's
with
top
the heavy
tower is
rotation,
under
yes,
attack.
they also protected their wisdom room. That was what Nock and Bleak were there for, was pressure the tower, take the wisdom rune at 14. But it's going to be some return kills now on the respawn. They hung around too long. Oh, good bushwhack,
Dire's
though.
top tower
Whoop.
is under
Oh,
Let's
DD
go at
Legion.
it. Well, there you have it.
Good global,
They
but
try to stop the Legion. They can't do it. Look, going really quickly at it, and
Just
Falcus
duel
is dead.
anyone.
There's gonna be a
Oh, the
second one,
greed of
possibly.
not dueling.
Mori, oh, falling prey to the duel, and that is yet another 10 damage going for JonahD.
Oh, Luke's dead again.
Yeah.
+2 for this silencer, but at what cost?
Radiant's top
Still
tower is
totally
under
worth
and
for
they're
the
still gonna get
Billionaires.
the wisdom rune.
Whoa, BleakGiant
I'm
wants
not sure about
way
this one.
more. I don't know if he's gonna be able to resist the fire
think he's
from
dead
that
here.
tower. Yeah.
Another +2. I mean, all of a sudden, the silencer's on 12 permanent storing in. They do take the wisdom rune though on Jonah.
I think these
So when he
fights have
pops
been
that-
very aggressive and very messy.
Oh, for sure. But who do you think benefits most from a messy team fight? So I mean,
Well,
I'm pretty sure this Legion commander is very happy at the moment. 52 damage, 15 minutes in is a lot of damage already.
goons by nature are battle shy and very careful about trying to go aggressively. One of the advantages of the Billionaires is that they take this aggressive stance that,
Radiant's middle
while we
tower
doubt
is
on
under
their
attack.
intoxication level right now because we don't know what they've been drinking, I think it's going to be more beneficial to them. And I think the strat is paying off. 4,000 gold advantage even after
Radiant's middle
conceding
tower
so
has
many
fallen.
kills because it's a 17 to 10 scoreboard.
Are scanning.
It's still definitely in their favor.
What do we have here, Jonas? We have a smoke by GUNE. Huge. Okay.
There are 5
Are they
going
going to find anyone?
down mid lane and now going towards bottom into their own jungle.
Yeah, I mean, GUNE's vision, I think they would have clipped Nock, but it's pretty limited. Although they're heading in the right neighborhood to find the lads. And this AM is doing the smart thing. He's realized where they are and he's getting out of dodge.
There is the counter smoke
it's-
as well. I think they're not gonna find each other.
Oh, Mori's going to get caught here.
Yep.
He has a blade mail though, so they don't really want to go on him. Oh, this is a much better pick though. They found the silencer at the start of the fight. Huge.
Those duels have been so on point by Jonah. He knows when to activate them. The very last minute he wants to trap someone in very low health, securing every single time that extra damage. It's been a great game for Jonah.
Radiant's bottom tower
And
is
it just
under
gets
attack.
easier and easier for Jonah with every single duel, right? He's now on 68 damage. I mean, the CM, the silencer, the hoodwink, they all just don't stand a chance.
I mean,
Even this AM,
Radiant's
right?
bottom
it's
tower
minute
like
18
the-
and they already have the path towards a high ground push down bottom.
The fantastic thing about duel is, of course, you just don't care
Radiant's
about
bottom
counterspell.
tower is under attack.
If you get dueled, you don't care. You're still dueling him. It's fantastic for you.
And
So yeah, this is going to be a problem for the AM.
I mean, you would assume that, but you've seen so many GUNE LCs handled the wrong way.
Yeah, I mean, but I trust Jonah here. Like,
Yeah,
he's
Jonah has
playing
been
it well.
doing
He's
it
doing a good
really
job.
well. Very
You know,
uncharacteristic for GUNEs.
Reigning mid-house champion. You know, king of the mid lane. Putting it to work, putting it to show.
I think this mid
Being
tower
active
is
on the
gonna
map.
fall prey to the Billionaires push right now. SteveXD already plinking it down.
Yeah, and I love their positioning there because you've got Luke sitting behind him who can toss Eagle back to provide that extra layer of separation.
BleakGiant getting
Interesting,
even tankier with that
Giant.
Heart of Tarask.
Yeah, he's gone for the heart instead of the BKB rush. I feel like the BKB rush meant that he'd just be like,
Radiant's middle tower
doesn't give a
is under
shit
attack.
what anything else is going on in the game.
They're
Pop your
dominating their
BKB,
positions
go
here.
in and
Those
find
two
him.
wars already down and placing
Radiant's top
their
tower is
own.
under attack.
Instead, this last tier 2 tower, it's not the last one because we still have mid, but it's gonna fall soon enough. The top tower is now completely busted. It's
I suppose
19
the
minutes.
benefit of this bleak
Radiant's
heart
top
is
tower
they
has
just
fallen.
have so much damage problems on GUNE, right? There's nothing they can do to kill this beastie boy. He just can sit there as the fat man in front of Eagle. They'll never reach Eagle.
They might
What is
rotate
this
after
TP by
clearing
Eagle?
this.
That's absolutely garbage. You TP'd for like 2 creeps. Not worth.
Yeah,
Could have
they
just
clear
walked there and done the
that. They're
same
going
shit.
for the
Just told his team to
mid
chill.
tower as well. That clears all of the tier 2s on Radiant's side and opens every possibility for the Billionaires to push the high ground. And
I think they should get Roche first.
we're
in.
barely hitting minute 20 here, and this has been quite a quick match. I think they're gonna do a Tormentor.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Yep, that's a good shout. Tormentor, then run bot, take Roche, then think about high ground. I mean, they can definitely easily Roche between this like farmed as fuck Legion, this Venge with the Wave of Terror minus armor and Storming's damage. Like,
Speaking
Roche
of
is no
Venge,
problem.
she just got that shard.
That shard is one of the best.
Magic Missile.
So good.
It actually opens possibilities for NochUK to do some damage and hold some heroes. Pretty good. I see some signaling done by BleakGiant. Just marking the area towards Rush down the bottom. It's pretty obvious that that's going to be their next move.
Double XP rune for the Billionaires. I mean, this is looking rough for GUNE. I mean, the thing is though, AM has not been in the game yet, right? In any of these fights, he's been doing what he should be doing, farming up. But he's going to need to make his Manta Basher timing really count, because I fear that he's not going to have it by the time the Billionaires go high ground.
SteveXD completes his Manta.
Yeah.
The GUNE team is moving towards the river.
Interestingly, Koala Killer is going Lincoln Sphere first, and that's obviously to counter the Legion Commander.
This'll come in handy.
They're not going to find anyone. I think they're completely clueless on what's going on. Now, that area is getting signaled by the Hoodwink. Nah,
they've scanned Roche, right? They know Roche is going on, but they know they're going to be too late to it. They're the wrong side of the map.
I think they're going to try to go through the portal.
They really shouldn't. It's just death.
Roshan has fallen to the dire.
If Billionaires should go through the portal, though, let's see if they do. Oh, they
should
smoke
counter
straight out of
portal.
Roche.
I think they're gonna. No, they gave up. Okay.
Dire's top tower.
Well, Inglorious showed right on the high ground to defend, and they see them under the ward in the triangle, right?
Yeah.
Do you see how they've got this? They've got this beautiful sausage between mid and the high ground. All right, it's now getting deordered.
Too late.
But the sausage ward stays on the low ground there, so you know, paid off. Oh, the high ground. Once again, spells being casted on Bleak. He does not care. This is a crazy early global.
The swap
Jonas
there.
has just launched himself in.
Very good. Oh, the duel. And it's another duel one for JonahD. That Lincoln Sphere on AM is very, very desperate measure to defend himself against the Billionaire spells. I don't think he's going to make any good use of it.
I get why he's got Lincoln Sphere, I do. But the problem is the game's going to be over. So he's gone
Exactly
Lincoln
so.
Sphere because it gives him the opportunity to like split push and not be worried about being killed by this Legion commander and picked off. But the game state is accelerated too much.
I mean,
Like
without
he
the
has to be
silencer
able
in
to
the game
fight
for
here.
another 18 seconds, no buyback. They have to concede
did-
these racks right now. And now if they animate shit out of 450.
Did Koala
I think,
Killer just... Oh, a full mana Legion.
I mean, this game is over.
It is. It's 100% over. Lads, fucking call it. Draft better, please, next time. I mean, this is dog shit. Your heroes are too passive. You've got this Centaur who can't do shit till he has Blink. Still isn't going Blink. You've got this Silencer who does nothing in the mid lane, like can't rotate, whatever, is garbage. And you've got AM who's going to, seek out his Battle Fury and whatever else he needs. I feel like if the Silencer had been an active hero, you might have stood a chance. Because then you can have this sort of like tanky Centaur try and push down towers, playing with this active mid who can like jump behind it and pick off some support. But Silencer, Centaur, AM, Tricore combo, dog shit. Iron Vortex, look at yourself, son.
The best option for the Billionaires right now is to continue the push. They have everything they need, possibly towards mid.
Yeah,
This
100%.
could be over very soon if they go with a second wave. Now Luke and Jonah both have BKBs. They're going to be impossible to beat in battle.
Eagle's still got 2 minutes left on this Aegis. Like,
If they don't go now.
maybe GUNE thinking we've got one more fight in this. Maybe. But I don't see how they do it.
The second the outpost is captured, Luke teleports himself towards it. They're all converging in the mid lane and the push begins.
Yeah, I mean, what do? You can't. You've got no ability to jump Eagle. You've not got enough damage to deal with Bleak. Luke can just reposition them. Noch can reposition. Jonas just sitting back waiting for like a nice opportunity to jump someone important. I mean, and he's got the purge ready as well for whoever you go on. It's looking bleak, and Bleak is very happy about it.
Yeah, the moment that bleakness begins, Bleak will always be happy. There's
I think
only
Bleak
a
needs
minute
to,
20 seconds
stop.
on that Aegis.
He just needs to walk high ground. Oh, Jonah's gone for the jump. Fucked it up.
Well,
It
that's a
happens.
shame.
It's still not really going to matter.
It's a bit messy, but I think they're gonna get what they want.
Oh,
Jonah!
this
Oh,
Battle
that's a
Fury
big
is
kill
doing
on
work.
Jonah. Storming Eagle
Not
already
quite enough
disposing of
mana
everyone with
damage
that.
to kill this. Yeah, I mean, I feel like they can kill this AM.
He
And
just
it's
got his
crazy hands
Hurricane
really.
Pike,
Even.
Storming Eagle, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, this is dead hoodwink. Just fucking call it, lads.
This should be called at 26 minutes. It should have been called 5 minutes ago after the first push, because it's obvious that they didn't have any resource to battle against them. They are not ready, they don't have the build, and they can't recover. That is a dieback on the Crystal Maiden. Koala Killer has to retreat.
Yeah.
They have absolutely nothing to do to save this.
Jonas respawning can TP to the outpost. Like,
Yeah,
this game
just
is
to celebrate.
over.
he doesn't want to miss the party. And
Middle tower is under attack.
the third BKB comes in for the team.
Boinking bar, very effective winter games.
They might be trying a last Hail Mary. I don't know if it's going to be
I feel like
effective
what
at
they
all.
should be doing is not thinking about a Hail Mary. What they should be thinking about is what the fuck do they need to draft next game so we don't have another stop.
Yeah, and stop wasting time. Their own, I mean.
Radiant's top barracks
They should
has
just
fallen.
shrug off this match. Hasn't been disastrous, but it's been quite bad.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Why isn't Jonah dueling? He's staying on that under 100 jewel damage.
for
Has he
the
been stream
record, I'm gonna
sniping?
check the damage. It's at 96.
I reckon there's a bit of stream sniping going on here. Oh no, he's got that last jewel. Alright.
There you go,
Maybe not. It's
124.
124.
So it's around what I reckon it would be.
It is. The game was more of a stomp than I expected. Oh, the American sniper on Luke though. Big fan.
And this match is finally over at 28 minutes with a very dominating performance by the 5FF3OB Billionaires over GUNE.
It's a bit of a shellacking.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a Gaben Top Hat 01. I think we won't have the stats ready for this one because, as usual, Gaben is entertaining us with the coordinator getting bust. What a
I think
shame.
I think it's not a top hat level, a Gaben top hat level shellacking. I think it's just a standard shellacking. I mean, they still managed on GUNE to get 14 kills. Like it just went a bit wrong in a couple of places. Their drafts just didn't do anything. Like this map got taken away from them before AM was ready at all. Like a rough one, a tough one. Hopefully they bring it for game 2.
Yeah, I'm trying to find if I can see the lobby this time. I will grant everyone a few minutes to go catch a break. We're gonna be with the second lobby getting ready soon enough. In the meantime, I really hope that the coordinator comes back up.
My
Doesn't seem to
coordinator
be.
is doing good.
Yeah,
It's working well.
it's working, but you see, when it starts doing that, sometimes it's just flaky. You know?
Mm.
Okay, I'm trying to see. Let me know if they recreate the lobby, and I'll try to do it myself, but I might require another invite here. Let's review the rest of the matches going on the different channels. Super Duper Noodle is casting the series between Too Hot for Dota and Team Spherical. And for now, again, a pause for spoilers. 10 seconds is going to be my time. Too Hot for Dota is dominating at 32 minutes with 17 gold advantage and 33 to 12 over Spherical.
Big.
And now we also have the match that is about to begin between George Foreman plus Grill and the Stinkies Holy Warriors. Plus potentially my favorite team because it has a cat. They haven't been faring that well.
I'm a big fan of GF and G. Long time fan since Brum 2019 with Scotty Dotes leading the helm. Lovely group of lads and ladies.
This
I
time
think
is
the team's had a
correct.
few switch ups since then, but it's good to see them getting involved in GUNE TI. And it's ever so kind of the Billionaires for the shellacking, so I have time to check out game 2.
I'm in the lobby. This time
You're
it
in
worked.
the lobby.
I don't know what happened the last time.
Where's my invite, Eric? Come on, bro.
Search by GTI.
Oh, I've got it. I don't have the password though. You're gonna have to
I
send me
sent it to Discord DM.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay, Pyrian seems to be already up. I believe he's gonna be watching the 9 p.m. series, although he seems to be reviewing one of the previous games, GUNE versus Ice Shitters.
I've managed to secure us an exclusive for the next game, Jonas.
Oh, is that so?
I'm very excited to announce that, like the good old international, will be having a post-draft interview with the captain of the Billionaires, FT Siler, will be dropping in.
Excellent. We'll make sure
to give us his thoughts on how the draft went and perhaps how the shellacking occurred from game 1.
Perfect. Well, let's do that then.
This is post game 2 draft, okay? Because you got to allow these elite teams the time to
after he's done
talk
with the
to the
draft,
team,
we'll
the
invite him
coaches.
here for a couple of minutes and talk to him. Okay, his turn is taking 5 minutes, it seems.
I mean, he needs it after putting in that carrying performance on the Legion Commander.
He has been very dominating from Jonah, really handling that LC in ways we are not accustomed to seeing in GUNE games.
Do you think who's deserving of the MVP that game, other than of course I think the draft the draft was 100% won by the Billionaires, but
I would say
I want
that
to give it
most
to a
of them
goon and not
played
to the
well.
coach.
Yeah. Well, that would be a good one. But I did like what most of them did. BleakGiant was on point. JonahD really did well, handling an LC in the appropriate way. Again, a rarity, which I would like to commend. He is my first candidate. Then, Noch did a few good swaps, and he was in the middle battle, making sure that he was assisting the rest. I like the way that Luke handled that Marcy as well. I think I'm gonna go with Jonah
Yeah,
anyway.
the Luke triple kill mid game, sort of around the 15-minute mark, was kind of big for snowballing the game away from GUNE. I don't know. I mean, they all played very well. It'd be tough to call. I think maybe Jonas. I mean, he was getting a lot of damage early on,
Yeah.
and he was saving those dual targets for big kills. So that was good to see. He didn't fuck up by dueling the Centaur ever. He always used it on important heroes. So,
In any case, the performance on the Billionaires was fairly good. I can't see anything that GUNE has done that is worthy of our attention. No glimpses of
I mean,
brilliance at all.
I'll give it to Koala Killer that he got more CS in that lane than he arguably should have done. But then again, he died when he shouldn't have done. So
Balances it out.
a bit. Yeah, that does unfortunately balance it out a bit. I think Inglorious was doomed with the silencer pick. The Legion pick to counter it was pretty spot on, fantastic, great against the AM, deals the silencer in the lane really nicely. So there was much that he could do. I think Crazy Hands had a pretty or Crazy Ad, sorry, had a pretty decent game. But there are some good bushwhacks.
Oh yeah, the
He
bushwhacks
did
from that hoodwink were good. That's true.
so.
Possibly the only one who actually contributed in a way towards making GUNE get some kills.
And I feel like Mori pressured Storming's lane relatively well. So I think the off lane showed up, the other lanes not so much.
Alright, we're going in with the second draft.
Jonas, any thoughts on
Radiant
if
team
GUNE are going to
ban.
switch it up with what they banned this time round?
I think they are obligated to get rid of that
Team
Venge for sure, and the Legion Commander, because it's gonna be extremely dangerous. There are ways around Primal Beast,
10 seconds
but I
remaining.
think they might.
Do you not
want
think the
to
LC
take
was
that.
like a
5
situational pick
seconds
though?
remaining.
It could have been. It could have been.
I
I
do
mean,
you
there
remember who
are
had first
answers
pick
to
last
Legion
game?
Commander.
I feel like if you're GUNE, right,
Well, that's
you have to get rid of Witch Doctor because you don't have first pick.
yeah, I know for sure. There's a ban on Ursa and
10
Nature's
seconds
Prophet.
remaining.
I don't understand the Ursa ban. Have I just missed something?
5 seconds
Can chat tell me?
remaining.
Have I missed something? Is Ursa like the go-to carry of the patch since 5.74C?
I mean, Eagle Ursa is not a thing that I remember. I know that
Radiant team
Eagle
ban.
favors other
Dire team
heroes,
ban.
Alright,
Necrophorus and Marcy.
the Marcy
And
respect ban by GUNE. I think that's sensible.
yeah,
It was a
10
problem.
seconds remaining.
Hopefully, I think they should ban out here the Witch
5
Doctor.
seconds remaining.
Otherwise, they're in trouble.
Okay.
Dire team
Now
ban.
Snapfire is banned.
Have you noticed they haven't updated the pick ban thing to show that there's 4
10
bans?
seconds.
Oh
for,
yeah, they've done that in the previous patch, so now there's 7 bans in the
Radiant
first phase,
team
4 for the
ban.
first team and 3 for the second one. Which Doctor is finally banned as expected.
10
Yeah, they
seconds
changed that order,
remaining.
and then they only allow you 1 pick before the second
Do you
round
think-
bans.
5 seconds remaining.
Do you think Luke's feeling targeted with both the Snap and Marcy bans?
For sure.
Is he feeling the pressure on his hero puddle?
Yeah, He knows that that is completely destined to making him feel unsure. And
I don't
if
know
I
what else
was
Luke
Luke, I
plays
would
though.
be very nervous.
Radiant team.
Skywrath Mage
See-
once again banned, and the first pick comes Warlock for a knock.
Yeah, Warlock's such an obnoxious hero at the moment, and
That's bad for GUNE.
I think it really helps Stormy as well playing with the Warlock. It just makes your lane
10 seconds
pretty
remaining.
easy. You don't care about the amount of harass
5
you take. You can just
seconds
heal it
remaining.
off. Like the Fatal Bonds and Upheaval are just such a pain in the ass spells. If I was GUNE, I'd open Undying.
Radiant.
No, they've gone back for the Hoodwink. I mean, the Hoodwink was played well. I just don't see the Hoodwink getting banned. Like, I wouldn't open it on the first
Dire team
phase.
It's a very strange choice. Now they banned Phantom Assassin and the Grimstroke. I wonder what they're thinking. I
Yeah,
think it
interesting, the
marks
Grimstroke
more
ban.
what they're gonna pick than what they
Like,
expect GUNE to
10
play.
seconds remaining.
So Grimstroke Warlock is a classic combo, so I'm kind of surprised they banned
5
it.
seconds
It's so
remaining.
obnoxious. The double fatal bonds is just so
Dire
powerful.
team pick.
Dawnbreaker banned once again.
I mean, Dawn is like the hero of the patch, right? So
Yeah,
obnoxious to deal with.
she is annoying. Second pick for
But
GUNE
again,
now.
you're going into your pick phase here. If Dawnbreaker is so obnoxious, that's your opportunity to
10
pick the
seconds
Dawnbreaker.
remaining.
So then you ban something that would cause Dawnbreaker problems, like a
5
Monkey
seconds
King or something.
remaining.
But no, they decided not to.
They're on to their reserve time for their second pick.
How do you feel, Jonas, about coaches being allowed in the draft phase for GUNE TI?
I actually
Do
like
you
it.
think there's a big coach
Radiant
differential
team,
going on?
Radiant team
There seems to be at least a beneficial effect on teams that require that kind of push. Well,
Huge!
the Billionaires
The
win
butcher.
now. We know that there's no way a GUNE team like GUNE, a parametrical team
10
of
seconds
GUNs like
remaining.
GUNE, has an answer, can contest
5
a pudge.
seconds remaining.
I think that having those coaches in the draft is very beneficial. We have we don't, as you know, we don't have an actual coach
Dire
with
team pick.
Mancaf because Bean is very complete. I don't think that's the pick here. But there's some other teams that it leveled the playfield.
Do you
And I
think that's
think that's
a
more
managerial
interesting.
issue, the fact that you haven't hired a coach for Mancuff yet,
Look,
Jonas?
I can't
seconds
reveal what I'm
remaining.
doing right now about it. I only trusted what my players wanted,
5
and
seconds
we were
remaining.
exploring options and picking one of
Look,
the GUNE coaches wasn't in the choices that we
Radiant
reviewed.
team pick.
Wraith King is the fourth pick for
Radiant
GUNE.
team ban.
And immediately after a Spectre, I think they're just granting the
oh,
Billionaires everything they
Dire
want.
team ban.
I mean, okay, we've got some, classic Billionaires heroes. We've got the Knock Warlock, we've got the Eagle Spectre. I mean, I'd say the Bleak Pudge is a classic, but it's classically bad, So, we'll see.
10 seconds
I mean,
remaining.
he's probably gone like, oh lads, give me Pudge. This game one was so
5
easy.
seconds
They've gotten a bit
remaining.
cocky.
Does this
And I
mean this is gonna
suspect
be
that
a
the
Luke
Storming Spectre,
bench?
yeah, I suspect
Dire
so.
team ban.
And this Pooch will just carry the game. I mean, we could see the JonahD Pooch mid, but
Yeah.
I don't know if it's any good. Wraith King is actually pretty decent against the Pudge in lane. You're like do a lot of physical damage, and your skeletons can block hooks.
What if they're teasing us
Got
and
the
that
stun
that
and slow
Warlock
to
does
save
anything else
his
but be in
sport.
the 5?
5
What? Do
seconds
you think we'll
remaining.
see a mid cock? I don't think so. Like the mid warlock is a speciality of Piri and J Fax, and it is fucking garbage.
We're gonna see with this last pick maybe. The last bands are off and now Silencer is out. Well, together with Viper, but Viper makes sense. I don't think they would have picked Silencer anywhere.
10 seconds.
I think
remaining.
Jonas should play something like Quap would be really nice.
Yeah, now that it's
Just
5
available.
seconds remaining.
in and out, kind of obnoxious. Kind of plays well with the Pooch Venge,
They have
like
plenty of
mid
reserve
game.
time to give it a good
They
thought.
need something to like cause the pace in the game so that Spectre has time to get the couple key items she needs to be the obnoxious hero in the late game that we all detest.
Yeah, do me a
Um,
favor. Would you signal anyone in the international channel to have Siler on standby so he can be moved to our channel?
yeah, I thought doesn't Sylar have the power?
Any mod can do it. Siler is not one of them.
Alright, I'll have to
So yeah,
send an area
just
message.
yeah, Airy
Dire
directly
team
or
pick.
over the international channel. Well, there you go.
Timber, that's got to be the BleakGiant Timber, right? He loves that hero, and JonahD takes the Pudge mid.
Jonah Pudge. What has the war come to?
10 seconds remaining.
I don't think they know how to deal with this.
5 seconds remaining.
Although Timber, hasn't he been affected by the last patch again? I haven't read it. Not yet. We'll see if that's the case.
Yeah, I'm not up to date on that.
Well, we could give it a quick look. Patches.
What's the hero here?
That's 734C.
I don't know. I feel like perhaps Leshrak could be really good. Like
Quickly down the list. Nope, no modifications on Timber.
I feel like if you picked Leshrak, it gives you sort of the magic damage a bit to deal with this Timbersaw Spect Pudge. I don't know. And buries your lineup.
25 seconds left for the last pick on GUNE. They're
Potentially,
really
you could go
puzzled,
like
I
a
think.
Storm or something. Zeus!
They
Alright,
go
they've got heavy
Zeus.
magic
It's
damage.
fine. It's fine. Inglorious grabs it, obviously. BleakGiant Timber, so as predicted, and Jonah is taking the Puppet
5
Pudge.
seconds remaining.
Okay, I mean, Axe v Spectre, Axe should win the lane, like, despite playing into a Warlock. So that should mean that Axe can make a call or something, and then this Zeus can press ult, they get some kills off that, and they snowball the game. Like, I see a way for GUNE to win this game, but it's going to be rough.
Right.
Greetings,
Tyler,
greetings.
are you with us? Can you hear us?
Greetings.
Greetings
I can
to
hear
you. Thanks for joining us. We wanted to make a very quick post-draft interview with you, and I'm lowering your volume because you are a bit loud. That's okay. That's okay. It's controlled now. So, Steve, please go ahead with the questions.
Silo, how are you feeling about this draft compared to game one? We felt game one you definitely had the draft advantage. I'm less certain this time around.
GUNE definitely didn't outdraft themselves this time. They actually picked like a solid team, somewhat. The support is quite weak and can be abused, which we've got to try to do with Pudge and Spectre. Like Rubik Hoodwink does not have a lot of save, not a lot of like survivability.
With this Pudge pick, it's a spectator favorite. Was it something just Jonah called for, or were you like, lads, game one was easy, I want to play Pudge, or is it just in the wheelhouse?
I was seeding the Pudge is still available from pick one. I wanted Luke Pudge 4, but Bleak insisted on having Avenge and then insisted to have it himself. And then we swapped it around last minute because we couldn't have a Pudge on off lane against that safe lane of them.
Yeah, I mean they need to get melted with the armor, right? Like
Pudge struggles against skeletons, while Timber really doesn't.
No, Timber's quite happy in that lane. I mean, he's very happy. I feel like Eagle might struggle though against the Axe if it's played well, but we'll see.
Yeah, but he has a Warlock support, and
Warlock saves all lanes. It's true. It's true. All right. Well, thank you for joining us for your insights post game 2, and good luck to your team.
Thank you. Either the Spectre or the Zeus are going insane this game. I'm hoping for the Spectre.
Thank you very much for you both. We already see in the second game that both teams decided to smoke up trying to find each other, but they're not gonna do it.
They're not going to find each other. How disappointing. I do love this habit of going for the 5-on-5 early game
Oh,
before room
the
fights. It's a lot of
arrow
fun.
marks the spot. I think they know where to find the other team, although it's not gonna be in time
Yeah, I don't think they
to
go for it, right?
contest
Like either
the
team.
runes, only to try and get a first blood. Nah, they're
I wonder if they
disengaging.
stick on the high ground though with multiple heroes. No, they don't. Okay, because there's a tactic you can do as like the off lane and 2 supports is wait on the high ground of Radiant. Hoping for someone to cross, or sorry, of Dire, hoping for someone to cross the map and just get picked off while the carry TPs the lane, and get an easy first blood that way. So that looks like that was what they were trying to do, but no one came. They both TP'd.
From the shadows.
They take their positions in lane. And this is not gonna be as aggressive as a game as the first one. It might be.
Yeah, I mean, no one should die in this top lane for the first 3-4 levels. Mid lane, if Zeus gets hooked, he should have jump skilled fairly early, like hopefully at level 3, at which point he's fine. Because between the slow and the distance away it gives you, he should be alright. And 315 move speed, like why has Zeus got such high base move speed is beyond me.
Yeah, it's not something that you actually can reconcile
You
with
don't
the fact
expect
that
that hero to have high move speed.
he doesn't technically need it.
And then bot lane, you've got Warlock Spectre. Well, they're not killing anything, and they certainly aren't being killed because you're playing in against a Warlock until Axe is like level 5.
Has been killed.
But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
They already targeted Storming Eagle's courier.
Yeah, I mean that's nice. I mean, Eagle did get his item though off it. Looks like he got the Wraith Band completed.
We're seeing the second game between the 5FF3OB Billionaires and GUNE. The first game went for the Billionaires with a very strong draft and execution by them. Already had their coach FD Styler talking to us and the potential of the second draft working for them.
Yeah, Siler's thoughts were that GUNE have certainly got themselves into a better spot with their draft this game compared to last, but he still backs his boys, understandable. You always expect the coach to back his team.
We see the Pudge taking a fairly good lead
Dire's middle tower
already.
is under attack.
Huge. Yeah, I mean, Inglorious went to go get a rune instead of getting the CS, right? So it's pretty big. Like Zeus is one of these heroes which really needs to snowball and get all of the last hits he physically can because you're such a XP dependent hero.
We see TheBleakGiant picking up a soul ring.
Yep, classic.
Well,
Timber item.
the dewarding takes place. They know what they're
Yeah,
doing
they've unblocked
here.
the
I
camp.
think they have plenty of control of this lane. Now, Koala Killer getting a bit complicated around TheBleakGiant and look right now. Falcus tries to assist, chases them away a bit. They're still in a very forward position, both of them right now.
Radiant's courier has been
Ooh,
Storming is
Storming
facing
Eagle
some
is
serious pressure
fairly
here. Is he in
low.
trouble?
Yeah, I think so.
He's gonna live. He's forced to venge TP though.
Yeah.
So that's some resources wasted. If
He's
Venge
been-
can't rotate mid now.
He's been defended. The fatal bonds
Not
already.
that I see this pod dying at all.
Deterring both of the GUNE heroes bot lane. That's gonna be really useful for getting one of those unexpected kills because the GUNEs don't know how to manage and balance their health against an attack and fatal bonds at the same time. It's like they can't reconcile two things happening at the same time.
So despite the Spectre laning into an Axe, which is, you know, a good laner versus it, he's still got the highest CS in the game. Like, he's doing very well.
Yeah, Storming Eagle.
This Axe somehow only has 13. He should have stepped up. Come on,
Storming
boy.
Eagle spec is gonna have a free game, I think.
Yeah,
He's gonna do whatever
and
he wants.
if there's one thing that Zeus needs, it is Storming to have a tough game, because otherwise he's just going to get haunted on and die.
The patch is already level 5, farming like crazy. He's gonna get.
Oh, sorry, should I call it Shadow
member
Step
very
these days?
soon.
Haunt is now on the Axe.
Well, I think BleakGiant is a very complicated position. He hooks away.
I mean, he's got 20 reactive armor stacks. He's not dying here. Like, he's totally fine.
Yeah.
Like, he's got 20 health regen going on with, you know, he's grand. He's just going to aggro some creeps here.
Koala
Yeah, give him a
Killer having
click.
to retreat.
Get those stacks back
already
up.
waiting to be destroyed. That's some good gold. Whoa, they're going against Koala Killer. I think they got him.
Oh, this is a nice move. He's got another timber chain. I
Going
think.
for Luke. Falcus is going the same way, I think.
Yeah,
He's
another
very
timber
low on
chain
health.
here. Oh, he's missed
that
it.
failed, but I don't know what he did there. The stun lands, and it is a second kill in favor of the Billionaires. At the same time, Storming Eagle once again feeling the pressure from that axe.
He is, but he's got a Warlock behind him, right? And this Warlock has got 2 points in Shadow Word. I don't normally go this build. I normally keep it at like 1 point. But in this lane, if it helps Storming, you know, stay healthy and farm, I think it's sensible. It's a good move.
Jonah has his dismember ready. I think it's gonna be
It's
really
a gank.
disastrous for the Zeus once he grabs him. Whoop. Well, Mori died.
So the big difference here between this game and last game is the first rune to come out was like an active one. It was, you know, a haste rune rather than the
Arcane?
illusion rune.
Oh,
That
the
was
illusion one.
the first one last game. So that means that, you know, he could get his heaps started up on this pudge, and that's what he needs to do. It's fantastic for him.
I wonder if he's gonna go for it.
Bleak's manoing up. I think he might go for a dive on the tower soon.
Gonna keep a very keen eye on what's going on mid. Remember that the Zeus already has 1 point in his ult. So we gotta monitor the health on all the Billionaires. Because once that global comes in, they might die in droves.
XP runes have been split again, so no drama and no fight going on there for either rune. Okay, so this Koala Killer Wraith King is going physical damage build. He's going to build Deso straight after phase, not backing himself with the armlet. A shame. I think armlet's a great item on this hero. But the physical damage will be really nice against the Pudge. So
they might be willing to chase them again.
Falcus probably also
fending for BleakGiant off. Jonah has a regen rune. He might try something funny very soon.
Yeah, he's going. He looks like he was going for a bit of a wander. Oh, he's getting behind this Zeus.
I
but
think
Zeus
he's gonna
seems
try
wise.
And hook him.
If you look at Inglorious's positioning, he's sort of like behind the creep to the far side of where he is.
Yeah, he is obfuscating
He sees him
himself.
on the wall.
That is really good by Inglorious.
All wrapped up for takeaway.
Like, so Jonas just wasted like a whole creep wave there for no benefit. What you got to say though is what Jonah has done well is he's done the rune control well. Like Zeus needs his runes to stay, you know, with the mana and active on the map. He just hasn't got any yet. Oh, another attempt. No luck for JonahD.
I think he actually wants to go for it every single time he can. He's gonna keep trying.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the hero, right? Got to land the hooks.
Mine.
So it looks like the carries are all farming well. I mean,
Yeah, all three
To be honest, all of
cores
the
on the
cores are doing
Billionaires
well.
side are fairly solid in their farm right now. And their net worth.
Oh.
Inglorious finally died. It had to
Yeah,
happen
the
at
first
some
shadow
point.
step.
He got the help from thestormingeagle.
Yeah, I mean, and that's nice for Eagle to start getting involved in this. Unlucky Crazyads. No American sniping today. Difficult to like, just land that when
Well,
you're
look
in
at
full
that.
vision.
BleakGiant already going for the kill on that Rubik.
I mean, this is just, you know, classic Timber things. Timber 6, I'm going to go pressure you and cause problems.
This is what I
And he's
was
looking
talking
for the
about
next
before.
one.
The global disposes of LDC, who was low on health for sure. But BleakGiant still trying to chase Koala Killer, gets the assistance from Noch. Oh,
I'm not sure.
it didn't
Oh, is this
land,
dunk?
and he
One
paid
dunk?
for
Are we
it.
going to see a second one?
I think
Here
we
it comes.
will.
2 dunks. Huge. I wasn't sure about this Axe TP, but the fact that he can just portal back,
There's the
it's
golem
pretty tasty.
trying to avenge his master.
I mean, 2 dunks is really nice early. Like, that helps a lot.
That was a good recoup by GUNE with those 2 kills.
And now he's going to head back. I mean, that was a gank by the Axe without boots, and somehow it was fucking successful. I don't know.
This is gonna be a very active lane, I think. Oh, Crazyads got a kill on Jonah. I don't know how.
Oh, a bit of another American sniping.
Noch is really in trouble here. I see what happened.
Yeah, Inglorious is giving him some hurt.
The bushwhack
Nice
stops
bushwhack.
him.
Huge.
And the lightning sent him to the land of heavens.
We've got a 1k lead for GUNE here. Perhaps we're going to see the rare 1-1 split. We've not had many of those in GUNE TI yet.
We're already 11 minutes into the second game between 5FF3OB Billionaires and GUNE, with a second match pretty balanced between both teams. Koala Killer is getting that chakram into his body and a lot of damage. Has to protect himself. The telekinesis tries to stop BleakGiant, but again the chakram attack, and LDC comes to assist.
He's got ult.
And the ult revives that Wraith King, and the Zeus ult disposes quickly of LDC and BleakGiant, protecting his pals on that top lane.
Not respecting the magic damage that is used to their Bleak, not calculating that's going to cause them problems. I mean, and the stolen magic missile is a lot of damage. Like 270 damage is disgusting. Oh, let's not forget the 14% spell amp on that as well.
He has gold already. He could stop thestormingeagle whenever he wants. He has the mana for it. He also has the stacks. He already used it.
Yeah, I feel like this Mori Axe just does not care. He only cares about if this Timbersaw turns up. Otherwise, he's pretty happy chilling. Like, maybe he cares about Pudge, maybe Pudge plus like 2 heroes, but he's kind of a happy Larry. He's going Blink first before the Blade Bell, which is a correct decision. It's, you know, he's going to need to be the lad to accelerate the pace of the game.
This might be the
Zeus
first
isn't gonna be
successful
patching people.
tier 1 tower push
Dire's structures are fortified.
in 5
Yep.
seconds.
I mean, it's a sensible move by GUNE not to defend this top tower, right? Like, you don't want to be playing into this Timbersaw right when he's strongest, and they're all set up.
There is
Like,
a
you need
counter
that
push
Zeus ult to
by
get
the
him.
Axe, and Crazyads with the hoodwink on that reciprocate
Yeah,
tower.
Axe needs to toggle tower aggro there. He should have done it early. He shouldn't have been losing that much health. It now means he can't go for a dive on Noch, for example.
Inglorious making it back to his lane.
It looks like they're
fairly good
thinking
game
about
so
making
far.
a play mid. Yeah, Inglorious
Jonah
is doing
trying
good.
for it, and that was close.
LDC's looking for the killer Mori. Will he be set? No, Shadow Step comes in.
He does get killed. Crazyads is the next target. All 4 of the Billionaires Now get it. The next target is Falcus. They are going very orderly. The hook lands on him and it's 3-0 in favor of the Billionaires. Now the chase continues. They're trying to get Inglorious. TheBleakGiant is a little bit low. He chases with the chakram. It doesn't land.
So I think what we saw there was a bit of a save your buddy syndrome. You know, Mori could have been left to die. No one else dies. Instead, you've got 3 deaths. It's a classic of all levels of Dota, let's be honest.
I
You
believe
think
this
we
is
can
a
get away
free
with
bottom
saving your
tower
buddy?
for the Billionaires now.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Yeah, I
attack.
think so.
Oh, he tries with the hook and fails again.
Tower is under attack.
Mori
It's
back to
unfortunate
lane to
for
defend
Mori.
it. Assisted by
If he hadn't have
Falcus.
died there, he would have had his blink by now.
They might want to keep the pressure. There's a stolen spell against the Pudge. I
It's
think it's a rot.
Yeah, Jonas did well there. He covered his spell. That's what you gotta do.
That's going to be useful, let me tell you. Adesso completed on that Wraith King.
Oh, a good call. Just do they have the damage?
Whoa, saved? Possibly? Well, they're
There's
going
another
for it.
bolt.
TheBleakGiant took in a very advantageous position, trying to get with the chakram, lands on 2. Stormingeagle going forward. The Ulton suit falls and kills 3!
Oh my god. I was like, they're fucking up here. They're splitting their damage too much. But clearly, Inglorious is the god gamer he is, calculated it. And realised that he'd get a triple kill if he got them all out.
In the meantime, that's enough for that axe to complete his Blink Dagger, a vital item.
Yeah, and this Zeus is very happy about that triple kill. He's now level 12.
Dire's middle
You know,
tower
almost
is under
halfway to
attack.
his Ags.
Surely that bottom tower is happy to be leaving because it was the target for the next push on the Billionaires and they got stopped.
Alright, Wraith King has got his Deso, he's going Silver Edge next. So the idea behind the Silver Edge is that he can break
Radiant's
the
middle tower
timber,
is under
he can
attack.
break the Spectre, and hopefully kill them.
Illusion.
I don't know, like, he needs it, but I don't know if I would have got it now, or if I would have gone something like Blink, or like Armlet. I mean, I probably would have gone Armlet before the Deso, irrespective. We'll see. See if he can make it work.
I think Jonas gonna try something on that axe. Mori still trying to clear that wave. He instead chooses to farm the camp.
Radiant's bottom
Yeah,
tower
Mori's
is
out.
under
He's heading
attack.
top. There's about to be a fight.
TheBleakGiant already completed
close to the tier 1 tower, though. He's
Caught
not
between
expecting
4 of the
rotations.
heroes, tries to chain out. He gets stopped
Incoming
by
rock.
the telekinesis. The swap tries to save him.
I think there's a bit of miscomms there, right? If you drop the rock, you don't need the swap. And like with the rock drop, Bleak could have done a lot of damage there. But yeah, a bit of miscomms. They both used their spells to save at the same time, and they just needed one or the other, and to call what was going to happen. Mori dies though, so the rock was dropped for something.
Well, that must be pretty embarrassing. Well,
Oh, Shadow
Stormingeagle
Step.
now doing
He's going Crazyads.
some chasing on Crazyads, but very squirrely squirrel finds safety in the jungle.
The big change on Spectre for 7.34 was the change that his ultimate
Stormingeagle tries.
is now Shadow Step, which is a much lower cooldown than Haunt. They swapped the Ags, effectively. So Haunt is now the Ags. So that means that it's much easier on Spectre to be involved earlier in the game, because instead of having a really long cooldown ult, you now have a much lower committal spell. You can use it, jump in on a kill or two, and then go back to farming and do that every 80 seconds.
They're moving this
Rather
way
than
towards
a
mid
big little
tower. Now, no, they choose to go towards the river. They might find some of the GUNE heroes in their jungle. The rotation
Yeah, maybe.
led by TheBleakGiant. I think they see Mori, but the Rubik is coming in.
Yeah, I mean, Mori.
The hook fails. It's 2 against 3. Falcus in the middle of crossfire and dies. That is
Good
a vital
swap.
kill to Okay, there goes the Zeus.
Zeus has got his
Not to
He's
the
out.
same results as before. That's a 2 for
No, I
nothing in
mean he
favor of
was
the Billionaires.
wide. He was wide on Zeus if he was just going to get altered
Okay.
and killed by everyone. So he drops his caster spells. That's like what he needs to do in that situation, which is good.
Radiant's
But
top tower is under attack.
yeah, unfortunate.
Crazy
A little bit more
ads.
damage
Are
would have been good.
fortified.
Once
I mean,
again,
the
taking the
Spectre still
coward's
dies,
approach
right?
saves himself. Yes, it still dies.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Seems like the Billionaires are trying to recover some of the lost ground in the match. It was pretty even. It is pretty even so far, but at least thestormingeagle is getting the farm. Although we are seeing Koala Killer getting the same amount of farm, and with the Wraith King that is going to become even more powerful with the minutes passing, we're going to see a very interesting game. It's two very different
but
approaches.
in the order of scariness of carries in the late game,
Spec
the
is gonna
Spectre
win, no
is
doubt.
definitely more scary, particularly because
Dire's bottom tower
on
is
Zeus,
under attack.
yes, Zeus counters Spectre because you deal a shit ton of damage, but Spectre counters Zeus because Zeus doesn't like getting got on top of with vision, which is what Spectre is really excellent at.
Koala Killer House
Dire's
Death, so
bottom
Shadowblade
tower
now.
has fallen.
Might be time for some tier 2s. Getting torn
Yeah, I
apart,
mean,
I think.
Dire's bottom
when you
tower
have your
is under
Deso,
attack.
you want to start getting involved with the odd pick-off, right? Because you want to scale that damage. It helps you farm.
And the counterpart, Manta, on that Spectre.
That should help.
Yeah. I mean, now if you're Crazyads before, he was just getting away with the Shadow Step. Now, when Storming Shadow Steps, Mantas, Crazyads, you've got to be real careful because you're in big trouble. He's going Scardy next. He needs to tank up. This is a correct decision by you.
I think they're signaling the potential that they might want to go for the tier 2 towers and take the outpost. That is usually a tipping point for the match. Well, TheBleakGiant is signaling that area as well, so the read that GUNE just did might be correct.
Yeah,
I think
mean,
they're
it's
gonna go for the Tormentor
Tormentor
now.
o'clock.
With JonahD completing his axe,
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
he has now the increased radius on Rot.
The shard goes to Warlock.
Immediately smoking
I
up.
think the Venge shard is better, but the Warlock one isn't bad at all either. It's really annoying as well.
Radiant's
Or the Shadow Step by Eagle, but he's a bit far in advance of his team.
I think they still have the advantage
Oh,
on
stolen swap.
positioning. It is
Yeah, they
true. They get to kill at least 2. The Wraith King comes back thanks to his.
Radiant's
Wraith King should just stun it. Oh, he fucked up.
Yeah, he really
gets the stun off
didn't do
first,
what he should. The
he might have
rod
lived
is
there.
quickly disposing of him.
Knock something over fairy.
Successful push
Somehow
by.
Mori lives there though. Don't know how.
Well, the Chakran tries to get him, but it's not enough.
Zeus still has his ult.
Yeah,
Dire's
he should
middle
have scouted
tower
with
is
that
under
ult
attack.
even.
Yeah, as soon as that Shadow Step comes in, I think you just pop the Zeus ult, right?
Sometimes you don't have to
just
think
feel good
about
it.
Zeus using the ult for damage. Usually gaining an understanding on the positioning of the rivals is more important than trying to get them to die.
It
And
certainly
Zeus's
helps
ult
Mori
is
with his
really
jump,
useful.
right? That vision
Dire's top tower is under attack.
helps the Rubik steal. A good spell. Rubik stealing swap there.
They complete a rotation towards bottom.
Bit rough. Yeah, they're probably thinking Tormentor o'clock. Let's go steal it.
Yeah, it would be a good idea to take that bottom tower as well to gain a strategic position with the outpost.
LDC is thinking, I want my shard. Will he get it, or will it go to the Pooch? It goes to Pooch. I mean, the
Unlucky.
Pudge shard.
Middle tower
The
is
Pudge
under
shard is
attack.
also really good, right?
Radiant's middle tower
You can
has
save a
fallen.
teammate. Lowers the cooldown of Dismember. What's not to like?
They are keeping themselves around this tier 2 bottom tower, as we said before, opening the possibility of taking the outpost and gaining strategic positions in the dire jungle.
Dire's bottom
Which they
tower
should be
has fallen.
doing right now if they know what they're doing.
Alright, they've got the Silver Edge done on Koala Killer.
Dire's bottom tower is
He
under
probably
attack.
needs a BKB though before he
Radiant's
feels
middle
like he can
tower
do
is
anything.
under attack.
The Silver Edge is completed on
Dire's
Wraith King.
structures are fortified.
Is anyone staying for this? Yes, they are. Good. They did the full combo, Tormentor, tier 2 bot, and Outpost.
Radiant's
They're
top
just
tower
rotating,
is under
possibly
attack.
going towards tier 2 mid?
Yeah.
They just won the full combo.
I mean, if you're GUNE here, what you want to do is smoke, get around the back of them, and find, this Venge, find the Warlock at the start of the fight with your axe jump, and just blow them up,
Dire's
right?
middle tower
You've
is
got
under attack.
this Wraith King, with his Silver Edge complete. You've got the Zeus damage. You have enough to just destroy these heroes in the back line, and then the fight is that much easier to take. There's no Warlock, there's no upheaval, there's no Fatal Bonds, there's no...
Whoa, that hook
What
on
fight kicking off?
Crazyads! At least the potential of taking him off guard and not killing him is good enough to stop them in their
they see
pretense
Koala
to
Killer.
defend.
A good call. Koala Killer, though, should have been in and killing lads there. Like, he's just left his axe to die.
I don't think there's going to
Like,
be any
he's gone
resource
in-
by Dire to stop this.
No, I mean,
The
with the axe dying
snowballing
there.
is almost unstoppable.
Dire's middle tower is
The
under
jump there is to save you so you can do some damage, not for you to scuttle away with your life intact there on the Wraith King. Like, if you're going in and fighting, you give the space to Zeus to cast his spells. Like, you have enough damage.
Of course, the Nimbus.
I mean, see, just look at this. Imagine if that came out at the start of the fight, right? Like, instead, just this Wraith King uses his ult now. I mean, unfortunate, boys. This is a fight that you could have had him on. Alright, will the Billionaires respect the axe respawn? It looks like they will. He's going off hunting on Koala Killer, but he's walked under a ward. Alright, he's just gone to go farm. I think they're going to turn and hunt him.
I think now GUNE needs to take an offensive in recouping the lost ground in their own jungle, regaining vision, and preparing for the next, because the only thing that could happen for the Billionaires now is that they complete the deed with this top tower and just rotate, push high ground, and be done with the match. Anything that they do to stall that is a net negative.
I think I'm going to have to be giving an LVP this game to Koala Killer. This fucking decision to go for AC is beyond me. You look at the enemy heroes, they do not deal a lot of physical damage. Yes, you have Venge with Wave of Terror, but other than that, no one is really doing lots of right-click damage. Like, Desolate is pure. The Spectre doesn't have big right-click items yet. Like,
I think it's
not
a
a problem.
misunderstanding on what the game is and what the heroes do. Big Giant
He needs
caught
the
off guard
BKB.
right there. Tries to defend
Is
himself
Bleak
with a
gonna live?
flamethrower, but
a
no.
dunk.
That is a great kill for GUNE.
Yeah, hugely needed that.
12,000
First-
gold in their favor almost.
First Deso stacks for Koala Killer.
But space created. In the meantime, they were completing Roche. Crazyads discovers this.
Roshan
Oh!
He doesn't
He
get
does not
it,
get the steal.
and he dies.
It's a good attempt, though. I respect that. Oh,
He
they
had
see
to try
Koala Killer.
something. I don't know what Koala Killer was doing. That swapped in, killed, 2 for nothing, defending the honor of his their fallen comrade, BleakGiant. I think this opens the possibility of going towards top.
So the thing about 5FF3OB Billionaires, if you've got ancient player Storming Eagle, you've got some of these lads are good legend Archon players. Koala Killer is playing like his normal pubs in that invisibility is invulnerability. These boys are playing serious stoats. They're buying detection, and you're getting caught out for it.
Absolutely, the sheer brutal and unfair advantage of having ancient 4-player Storming Eagle is finally showing as a great
be clear
asset.
here, though. Eagle has lost his Ancient 4 status as a result of not being willing to carry on playing ranked. So is he truly an Ancient 4 player? I think most of Discord would disagree with that statement.
I mean,
he's not.
is the medal in his profile? Yes, which means he is Ancient 4.
It's not anymore though. He's not maintained it.
Oh, please. The chakram is stolen by the
Rubik.
Rubik.
Man, cool.
That's a really good call. They die anyway. The
problem
Nimbus is there trying to make some damage, but I think it's only gonna give them points. Oh, this is a disastrous battle for GUNE.
That call was excellent. The problem is you're playing into Warlock, right? And you're playing into Venge. The rock, the swaps, it's just, you can't... It's so much harder to play into.
Falcus still has that chakram. No, he doesn't have it anymore.
Oh, attempted hook.
Nothing.
Oh, he's stolen hook.
He stole the hook.
Didn't cover it with rot. Alright, can Falcon make a play of the game? Hook someone under the tier 4s.
That would be...
I mean, if you hook someone under the tier 4s...
That's a really good hook by Falcus! He got it! But he died.
Alas. Too much of his team.
What a shame. At least a display of excellence by Falcus in the end of this game. What a shame.
This is a case of just call it.
What a
this
shame.
game was closer. You had an opportunity. You kind of fucked a few fights. Koala killer. You got to look at yourself. You done goofed here.
They've piled up the protections, trying to salvage the last of what they can do to protect their high ground, but the racks are falling one after another. First on top and now on mid.
Yeah.
28
this
seconds.
This game is fucking over.
On that Rubik to come back, 10 seconds on that Hoodwink, but they still have their cores alive, although they don't have much to do. The Koala Killer doesn't have his revive. Zeus might have his ult. No, not for another 10.
I'd like to shout out Luke here for a second, right? He's gone for the Solar Crest drums. These are cheap, impactful items that have helped with the timing that they've tried to hit here. It's really nice.
He's possibly the MVP
You just
of the
drop
match.
the boots
Really,
of
he
bearing,
managed that bench really
so
confidently.
fast.
Whoa!
Oh!
Well, there you got
It's
it!
the last minute attempt.
That's the ult on Zeus, the last one that he's gonna do in this whole series for sure. Koala Killer doesn't have that ult ready. He has to buy back instead.
So
and he's getting killed again, but revives now because he does get his ult ready just in time. But unfortunately, nothing can be done.
Just call it, lads.
Yeah, it's done.
So with that fight, the lads did the right thing in that they realised that the Warlock didn't have ult, so they jumped the Venge, which is what they had to do. The problem is, it's like they're just too far behind at this point.
It is a good game indeed, decreed by GUNE in favor of the 5FF3OB Billionaires, which are catching a second victory in this series to mark it as a 2-0 in their favor. I think they're going to get first position in the group.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they're a strong team.
What an amazing performance. We're just going to review this, but really, look, what a game, man. Whoa.
I'd be interested in having a look at the draft and seeing how close it was. Like, at 15 minutes, we were like, this game, could be won by GUNE. Like, they had the net worth lead, but apparently,
like right here, over minute 18 or so, they could have tipped the scales. They couldn't secure that part. Unfortunately, there were mistakes. That AC, my God. That's true.
I mean, I think, like, this, I get why he went for the Shadow Blade, but I think it was such a bait. Like, the Billionaires, they bought detection. He didn't particularly use it well. He got caught out a couple of times thinking that, he had it in Viz and therefore, could get the jump on them. It's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate, but it is what it is. I don't know if you have any closing comments on the game.
I mean, I think we saw what we expected to see, right? The Billionaires showing that they're on form.
I thought it would be more balanced. I know that GUNE can play better than this, but I think it was unfortunate in the way that they drafted mainly.
Yeah, I mean, game 1 drafted poorly. Game 2, I think questionable itemization by key players caused problems.
Yeah. All right.
But you know,
With that, I think we're gonna call it off. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Steve, for joining me in this cast. I think I'm going to call you once again because we have so many games to cover that it's a possibility. But anyway, thank you for coming with me this time.
a pleasure as always.
And a pleasure for me to have you watching. Thank you very much, everyone. We'll see you next time. Bye now.